All right, we have, do we want to see, let's go right into J-Mac and Link. We have J-Mac and Link, guys, kicking off Speed Duel Showdown number 6. 7 people, $55 pot. Let's go to the main screen. Looks like we got, I think, Link winning that rock, paper, scissors there, choosing to go second. And we are seeing the tried and true burn deck that he is using with the Twisted Personality. Same thing we saw him use past couple weeks. I think he's using relatively the same deck here. And it looks like we have Bandit Keith over here for JMax7164. So maybe he's going to see some Spellproof Armor here. Yeah, Tetra, you are big enough of a celebrity to be in the stream title, so way to go. Congratulations. You were in the stream title. Heatwave, that's a good one for Spellproof Armor. Heatwave, so no effect monsters till end of next turn. And yeah, Tetra, you were in the title last week too, but you slept through the... I did DQ you. All right, we do have Spellproof Armor here with a Heatwave. That's a great setup for Spellproof. And we have a Clausolas here, Big Bird, 2300. We're able to normal summon that because Spellproof Armor says we can. We can normal summon the Dark Machine monsters without the need for tribute if they're normal monsters. And so it pairs nicely with Heatwave, which was something we saw in the Ultimate Predators deck. Not allowing anybody to normal summon effect monsters till end of next turn, which is great for the Spellproof Armor deck because all you need is normal monsters. You know, you might run Jinzo, but you're going to have a lot of big beat sticks that are just normal. So now Link with a 2 back row set and a set monster, and we know that Link has a number of flip monsters and some other weird effect monsters with sets, so Link not too concerned about that Heatwave. He's able to play around that. Doesn't need to normal summon anything just yet. We're going to the battle phase of Clausolas, and is this what I think it is? It is the Blast Sphere. J-Max setting one more card before going right into battle. That is going to freaking hurt. Blast Sphere is that card that you forget about. That is so annoying. And, I mean, we got to see some magic removal here because that's going to be 2,300 to J-Mac at the start of his next turn. And then face Zoma. That is pretty brutal. Oh my gosh, is this game? Can we slam Zoma into Clausolas and then Blast Sphere takes out Clausolas? What is that? That's 23 and 23. Yeah. Because he would take the Zoma damage. We got to have something in the back row here. All right, we do have Book of Moon. Oh, interesting. Book of Moon. Let's see what the target is. If the target's Clausolas, does Blast Sphere fall off? I can't remember. Looks like he's doing Clausolas. So Blast Sphere should fall off because it is an equip. So we still have... Okay, so Blast Sphere falls off. Yeah, good, because I can't remember what happens when Book targets Zoma and there's a full back row. Does it just fall off also? Does it go to the grave? Help me out, chat. We got Swordswoman, though, as a normal summon. So that's 1,200 defense Clausolas. So that's dead. Swordswoman's going to take care of that. We're going to get 1,800 for free with the Zoma unless we have something in the back row here. And now we just have one card in hand for each player. So Link is winning with the resources here, and we're building counters on Twisted Personality, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's a scary field. Even if you normal summon another Clausolas, which is 23, like both of these monsters you don't want to attack into, especially since he's at 22. So he literally can't. He can't beat over Zoma with Clausolas. He needs to find another way to get rid of Zoma. You lure Darkness, draw 2, banish a Dark here. Also a good card that works well with Spellproof Armor. A lot of Dark Machines. Yeah, Pendulum Machine. That is, what is that, 1750? That would actually still lose to Zoma, but it could beat over Swordswoman. Pendulum Machine and Clausolas are the big ones that we saw. With Spellproof Armor before Battle City Box, we saw Pendulum Machine for the most part. I think there was another one. I can't even remember the name anymore. Because then Clausolas came out in the Battle City Box, and everybody was like, oh my god, here's a 6-star monster with 2,300 attack. That's a Dark Machine. Oh, Machina Gear Frame. Machina Gear Frame? Machina Gear Frame? Once normal summon, you can add one from deck to hand. Looks like it's only one. And we are going to swing into Swordswoman. You do have a Nightmare Wheel. Okay, so Nightmare Wheel is going to happen first. J-Max not taking that damage here. Trying to clear the Swordswoman, but Link has the answer. It's nice to see this card, though. You know, Spellproof Armor, I don't think we've seen it since number 3, maybe? We had a large player base for number 3. So good to see Spellproof back. It's interesting, actually. Both these decks are not meta, but I think we've seen both of them at least top 3 in this tournament. Another Swordsman. That is just aggressive. That is so aggressive. What do we do here now? We have a Nightmare Wheel almost kind of sitting in the way of Link at this point. You know, we really want to get rid of it, so we are going to try and crash with the Zoma. I mean, he's going to take 1,800, and then we have 2 shots with Swordsman, and that is going to be the game. Too aggressive. Too many attack chances, even with Sphere back row. He might have had something to block 1, but was just going to ultimately lose to the Swordswoman Onslaught. So that is game 1, Link. And now we're going to the side phase. What do you side against Link? What does Link side against J-Mac? So we saw it's Spellproof Armor. I don't think we saw 2 monsters at a time. What are we doing with the Lava Golems here? And J-Mac also, you know, are we doing... gosh, it's really hard to play around Twisted Personality sometimes. It's like, do we do more magic removal, back row removal? It's really going to help with the Blastsphere and Zoma, but especially if you get the big things out. Well, actually, Jinzo will be a good counter to this deck. We just got to see Jinzo. We really got to see Jinzo. Looks like Link going first here. I don't even think we saw more than... I don't even think we saw full 3 counters on TP. T-set. Full back row? Full back row for Link. So that tells us that that's probably not the Blastsphere. Because why would he set full if it was? So we'll go into J-Max here. And let's see if he drew something good here. Heat Wave, okay. I mean, it's good against the Swordswoman. You know, if Link were to top deck Swordswoman here, can't play it. Spellproof Armor is up. And we have the Pendulum Machine. 1750. That's pretty safe. Pretty safe to poke with. Oh, we're going to pass. We're not swinging. We are not swinging. End phase, what do we got? End phase Nightmare Wheel, okay. It was either that or Zoma. Oh, and he uses the human ones. All right, standby. He's going to take 500. That's going to be a counter on Twisted Personality. Yes, that is Lady Assailant Flame. So he wouldn't have... It wouldn't have been a Blastsphere. He wouldn't have set a Blastsphere and then set 3 cards in the back row because then Blastsphere doesn't work. But Lady Assailant Flame, good flip effect where it's banish 3 for 800. I personally don't think that effect's worth it, but we've seen it work so consistently with him that I'm just like, I know nothing. And we have a Spear Dragon. Wait a second. Like, wait. When was Heat Wave? Didn't we just Heat Wave? Would he be able to know that? Yeah, we got a Heat Wave. Guys, illegal game state. We revealed Book of Moon. We'd have to reset Book of Moon and take back Spear Dragon. Oops. And now Link knows he's got a Book of Moon. That sucks. All right. He's just going to reset Book. A little bit of a disadvantage for J-Mac, unfortunately, and not his fault at all. But he will reset. And we cannot take Spear Dragon. So I guess it's on both sides we gain knowledge. We know Book of Moon's in the back row for J-Mac. We know Spear Dragon's in the hand for Link. A Lamb, thanks for the subscription, dude. What, the 20 bucks a week wasn't enough? You got to subscribe? That's $3 into the pot, my guy. Welcome, and thank you. Oh, the 2-month anniversary. Gotcha. Oh, I love how it dings you all the same. That's $3 more in the pot. So what are we at? 58? End phase Book Pendulum Machine. That's good because that makes... Oh, Nightmare Wheel's not an equip. Nightmare Wheel's not an equip. It doesn't fall off. It's technically not an equip card. Oh, no. It's not like Blastsphere, which is a clear equip. Because you can Nightmare Wheel a set monster. Nightmare Wheel is so stupid. Another Heat Wave, so hold on to that Spear Dragon. What's the Spear Dragon? Is that the 1900 Piercer with 0 defense? And I think it's like once it attacks, it's got to spin to defense. I don't remember. Who sees that? Ooh, normal summon Clausolas. That's a good card to have right now. So let's see if we have an answer against what would be 800. We do have a Book of Moon on Clausolas. Oh, and only 1200 defense. That is such an Achilles heel for Clausolas. Even Lady Assailant can take that down. Oh, Link's targeting Lady Assailant. So he's going to flip that. Oh, what? Interesting. Okay. Oh, we do Waking and Lava Golem. Look at how devious this deck is just based on those 3 banishes. Lava Golem, Waking the Dragon, and Blast Sphere. You are like so masochistic. And that's the 3rd counter on TP. Honestly, I think it could have gone either way because you could clear over Clausolas, but he's really just trying to go for the TP because now he could ditch the card, he could remove Clausolas. There's 1 card in hand, so it depends on what's... if he's got more ways to stop this Clausolas, like that's probably either another Lady or a Blast Sphere or something like that, then maybe we drop the card from hand. I don't know. Either way is really good. It's just... Oh, we're going to hold on to it? That's interesting. It's interesting to hold on to 3 counters because there's always a chance you could see battle damage here. Well, you're definitely going to with Nightmare Wheel, and you're just leaving money on the table, you know, because you can't go past 3 counters. I'm wondering if he should have at least dropped 2. I don't know. There's another Clausolas. All of a sudden, this is looking pretty strong on J-Mac's side of the field. And we're going to swing into what might be... Oh, it's another Lady Assailant. So let's see. No damage, though. No Twisted Personality counter. But we are banishing for 800, and careful, because now our deck's looking a little thin. That's the other thing about Lady Assailant that I'm like, I don't know. End phase Zoma. Okay, so you had options. You had answers. Yeah, Def don't want to book a Spellproof Armor monster. Oh, that's true. Oh, is it... Oh, your opponent's spell effects. Yeah. Yeah, for a second I was like, wait. I had a lapse like, is it all spell effects? Oh my god. Are we seeing misplays? Nope. That's legal. Oh, that's why he couldn't book. Oh, duh. Spellproof Armor. I keep forgetting about the primary effect of Spellproof Armor is that you're unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. So he couldn't have booked Clausolas. So I just like said a whole 5-minute thing, but I'm actually stupid. This is why you don't get an advantage if you're playing and you're watching me. Because I'm just not correct. But there's Zoma. Zoma going to swing right into one of these Clausolases, and that is... Oh, yeah, and he held on to the counters. I see. He was setting up for the endgame play here because he wanted to make sure there was no chance this was going to be missed. So he held on to those counters to be able to drop that card from hand so we can see the Zoma play. All right, that is pretty clean match on Link's end. Way to go, J-Mac. Great seeing the Spellproof Armor, and hope to see you again. But Link is going to go ahead and advance here. Let's go ahead and let's go to the between round screen. Let's see some brackets here. So Link is going to... Oh, I got to start the tournament. That's right. Link's going to take it over J-Mac 2-0. Oh, Link, you're going to play Ron Wiz. Didn't you play him? I think you played him last week. And he just beat you. Oh, Ursus won 2-0 over Misabella. Misabella, thank you for entering and playing. I remember seeing your deck list. That was another good deck that it would have been cool to see go far because it was very anti-meta. It was non-meta. So now we have Tetra and Atomic Duel still playing, and Link, you're going to go on to fight Ron Wiz. Ursus, you're sitting pretty. You're gonna face the winner of Tetra and Atomic Duelist. So we got Ron versus Link. And what's going on? What else is going on? Can we catch the end of Atomic and Tetra? Nothing. Nothing is being played right now. That means Atomic and Tetra must have just ended. All right, so let's just chill out for a sec. Waiting on the winner of Atomic and Tetra. They're going to go on to play Ursus. Oh my goodness, the Atomic Duelist beat Tetra? No way! Why didn't I watch that one? Oh my god. All right. Fresh Blood takes out Tetra. First he falls asleep last week, and now he just got wrecked by the newbie. 2-1, 2-1. All right. You didn't get wrecked. Atomic Duelist. Let's see if we can keep. Can you? Are you an assassin? Can you go ahead and beat Ursus too? I don't even. I gotta look at that. What's that deck list? I think I remember what you're playing. All right. Well, this is great. Are you seeing Tetra lose here? We're not seeing the big bad four. Ron Wiz, Link, Tetra, Ursus. We got Atomic Duelist here in the mix. All right. I would be interested to watch Ursus and Atomic Duelist here. All right, chat. Who wants a side deck? Shake my hand. I got 5. I'll put 5. I'll put $5 on Atomic Duelist right here. Somebody shake my hand. All right. Let's see. There's Ron Wiz. All right, Ursus and Atomic Duelist right here. We have a taker. $5. I got $5 on Atomic Duelist. Who's got money on Ursus? Anybody? Nobody? All right. Let's go to the main screen. All right, so we are already in semifinals, 7 players. We have Link and Ron Wiz playing off stream. And then on stream here, we do have Atomic Duelist, a newbie, against Ursus. Ursus consistently top 3, I think, every tournament. We have a hard pass from Atomic Duelist and a Weevil skill. What does that tell you? I think we're going to see some Moth. So Atomic Duelist just beat Tetra with, looks like Moth. And we do have the Union Hanger from Ursus, so, you know, I think I've said the Union Hanger into YZ into set scramble probably 200 times at this point. But we all know that a Union Hanger opener is good for Ursus, very good, because we can see him struggle if he has to set defensively and wait for the right resources to come about. So Hanger already into Y Dragon Head is pretty good. And what are we gonna do the basic going all the way? Yeah. You might as well. You got a Hanger. The stars aligned. You might as well get Y and a Z here. That's Hanger's effect. Set something. Oh, we're swinging. We have a Sphere Creepo. Oh, we usually. Oh, well, turn 1 we'd usually see a fusion off into YZ with a set something like a scramble or. I mean, we've seen Ursus play. He plays quite a few spells and traps. But Atomic Duelist with the Sphere Creepo right there. So now we do have a monster face up and ripe for the taking with Parasite. And this is game 1. So Ursus hasn't sided any Cosmic Cyclone or whatever he might have. I don't know why Atomic is switching accounts. He used Taylor. Oh, he's Taylor Land? Oh, he played. They played. I'm sorry, I don't know the pronoun. So they played 2 weeks ago, I think. Taylor Land did. Oh, so you're not a newbie. He's sneaky. Sneaky Tetra Assassin. We have a Breaker the Magical Warrior with the counter. That's 1900. We're going to remove the counter to pop Hanger. Nope. Z Metal Tank. Yeah, it's a defense Y Dragon Head. It's going to be safe from Breaker right now at 1600 attack. And no, yeah, you gotta go hard. Might as well. We got an X head. Oh, we're just gonna try and beat right over it. So yeah, he's banking on the fact that Atomic Duelist doesn't have, or Taylor Land doesn't have the Moth setup right now. 2 cards in hand. Good chance that that's not Parasite and Moth. And I mean, Breaker's a great card, just kind of like while you fish for your resources as Moth. But we are not playing around it. We are going hard, and we are assuming that they don't have the setup. Yeah, we are setting something. Dark Moth. That could be anything. Probably Dark Monster, maybe so. We don't see Dekoichi anymore. Oh my goodness, it's so scary. This is actually, if you're a Moth player with Lava Golem, that's great against XYZ here because you're always going to find targets of Lava Golem here. We have a Y with Z equipped. Oh, and we're doing the fusion off here. Are we doing XYZ? No, we are doing YZ, which is going to be great here because that's the ditch a card to destroy a set monster, which just happens to work here. It was a Newdoria. That was a great hit. Newdoria is the one that's like a Yomi ship, essentially. And that is the game. Wow. Ursus really went hard there, banking on the fact that Atomic Duelist didn't have the Moth play, and he was correct. That was a good game one. Happens. But, I mean, we saw, I think it was last week's finals. It was Ursus and Ron Wiz, and Ron Wiz was playing Dark Moth. And you saw Ursus didn't get the hanger start, and he had to, like, set defensively. And Ron Wiz just, like, Santa Claused him, mothed him, like, double moth, one, like, OTK. It was like a 30-second game. So we don't see hanger here for Ursus, but we see heavy back row and a set monster. So we got some plays setting up here, and no opportunity for Moth to come out for Atomic Duelist. Give him some chance to fish for resources here. We're going to Allure of Darkness. And we might see some breakers come out here, start clearing the back row. Or we might just see passes, you know. No rush. Oh, a Night Beam. Like the Night Beam into the blind back row. Hit the Book of Moon. All right. Best hit, in my opinion, for Night Beam is Scramble. We do a breaker. So we're going to see double magic removal here, which is great. Well, I mean, he could hold on to the counter. I think the defense of most of the Union pieces is lower than 16. Not all of them. Cosmic Cyclone, good side from Ursus here. He was prepared for the Parasite, but Night Beam and Breaker is just so strong in the Dark Moth deck. Even if you side correctly, there's a chance you're not going to get it, or if you do get it, it's going to get ruined by this back row hate. So main phase 1 for Ursus, you can see the resources. Oh, there's a hanger, actually. Okay, we're vibing now. We had 3 cards in hand for Atomic Duelist, and Ursus felt like he was running out of stuff, but look at that. Hanger's going to get 2 monsters out and 1 equip. So that's 2100 attack Wide Dragon Head. We are going to go ahead and fuse them off for the YZ, because we can battle over the breaker here, yep. And that's going to be a difference of, what was that, 500? But we are now open to the Parasite Paranoid. Now that we have a face-up monster there, and there it is. And interesting, Offerings to the Doomed on YZ, and very interesting because he didn't do it on end phase. He waited until main phase 1. So offerings on your own monster while Parasite's quick effect equipped to it. That is going to go to grave. So we do have the. If it like falls off, right? It goes to grave, but you don't get the opportunity to get Moth from hand. Good night, Tetra. I don't know how long ago that was. Better luck next week. Hand to graveyard because it resolves backwards. So offerings gets rid of the monster. Parasite quick effect equipping to nothing. Going right to the graveyard. I think that's how it works. Something like that. So you don't get your opportunity to get Moth out from Parasite because Parasite's not going from field to grave. So that's good on Ursus's end. It's great. You know, it's really important to know those interactions against Moth. So now, I mean, we can utilize Shuffle. Yep. We can utilize Shuffle. We have a Parasite in the graveyard. So at least, I mean, you still get a consolation prize. Even if you get interacted with that way, where you don't get the Moth, you can still get the Shuffle because Parasite is in the grave at the end. So we're going to set 2 and pass, and we did get the draw. So 3 cards in hand, and now Ursus trying to figure out if he wants to get monsters out. We have a Z-Metal tank in the graveyard. And yeah, we're really in no rush right now. Set monster, and we do have hanger out, so but no cards in hand. It's looking scary for Ursus just because of the cards in hand for Atomic Duelist, but we see Ursus get crazy monsters out with Union combination. It's just a problem, and you just got to figure out if it's worth opening yourself up to Parasite, because we know he probably has a Moth in hand because he did try and declare Parasite's effect. And the odds they drew another Parasite, especially with the Shuffle from Cocoon, is pretty high. Oh, we do have a Night Beam Bluff set, and that's going to hit the Offerings. Yeah, I love Ursus main decks Offerings. He main decks it, sides in Cosmic Cyclone. Just really nice cards to see. Oh, that was an X-Head Cannon. We're going to try and do some damage here. 1800 to the face. Do we have a Sphere Karibo? We do. 5 cards in hand. You probably do. Now you open yourself up to Parasite, so you got to be careful. So he wouldn't have probably flipped that if he didn't feel confident in what's in the back row, but it's hard to tell. We will see if we get equipped here. We got an Allure of Darkness. We're fishing. And 6 cards left in Atomic Duelist's deck. Just shows you how good the Dark Moth deck can draw with skill and Allure. because even Sphere Creebo's dark. You know, there's just everything's dark. There's a Parasite. Well, Parasite's Earth, but there's a Parasite on the next head, and we have Cosmic Cyclone. Good side by Ursus, paying 1,000 life points to banish that. So not only do you not get the skill to get a Moth from deck, you also do not get the Moth from hand because it's not going to grave. It is going to the banished. Boom. You have been stopped. Ooh, okay. Interesting question from Atomic Duelist. That's actually an interaction that we see Ursus do frequently. The Book of Moon at the end there, just how the interactions work. So we did get Parasite to Graveyard because Book of Moon happens first on the monster, which sends Parasite to Graveyard before Cosmic Cyclone happens. So we do get a Moth out, all right? We got a Moth out. It took some finagling, but we got one out. And we got that beaten over X-Head Cannon. And now Ursus at 3,000. This top deck's going to be important. And whatever we're going to think about union combinationing right here. Probably, do we have Y? We don't have Y. So we can't go for XYZ. So we just need to set up a body, really. We can't take a hit to the face with Moth. Oh, and a scramble before we get the chance to get Night Beamed. I like that. That's very proactive on Ursus's part because we know we're playing a Moth deck, 4 cards in hand. We could get Night Beamed where you can't chain a response. And he's got nothing else in the back row to kind of chain around it. So he's going to proactively activate Night Beam. Union Scramble here in the standby phase to get some monsters back. We did have Y in the banished, but not in the grave. And this is what you see from XYZ. You just see opportunities to just stay alive and try and figure out the next thing. You know, you still got Scramble in the graveyard. You can banish to get another material back to hand. And if you're able to get into something like XYZ Dragon Cannon, then there's fodder for discard. And at this point, Atomic Duelist has 5 cards in deck, so it's almost going to turn into a deck out situation, but I don't think we're going to get there. On attack declaration, we are going to Parasite. Ooh. Oh, I see. Does he have... he drew both Moths, didn't he? That was very smart for Atomic Duelist because we knew that you got both Moths in hand. That sucks, but you got ways to kind of get them out through Parasite going to grave, then that works. So now we got double Moth. We're still in the battle phase, so Moth gets to attack, which is great. And now we're left with 1 X-Head Cannon. It's looking pretty good for Atomic Duelist. Really good dueling with the Moth deck on his part, or on their part. And Ursus, X-Head on field. Scramble's going to get a piece back to hand, right? We're going to get a Z-Metal Tank. So we have XYZ between field, grave, and hand, but then only 1 card to drop to get rid of one of those Moths. So it's tough. It's tough. This is tough. No cards in Atomic Duelist's hand. We know Ursus has a Z-Metal Tank from the Scramble banish. We got a set of mystery card. Yeah, we're playing full defensive here. It's all right with XYZ because even if these monsters die and go to grave, you still have the opportunity to union combination them, which is pretty nice. Oh, a top deck breaker. That's a good top deck because we can pop Hanger. We don't even need to pop Hanger, really. We just need to get one of those out of the way because now 1 Moth hit will do it. And what a top deck from Atomic Duelist. Oh, my goodness. We're going on to game 3. Atomic Duelist giving Ursus a run for their money. Let's just see how that works in terms of bracket. So the winner here moves on to finals. Same with Ron Wiz and Link, who are fighting off stream. Dueling off stream, used to the fighting game community. They're going to go to finals, and then the loser of this match is actually going to play the bronze match against the loser of Ron Wiz and Link. because third place there's a payout as well. So we want a third place also. So everybody's got 2 more matches left. Battle phase, we have a heavy back row and an X-Head cannon trying to swing for 18, and there's a Sphere Karibo, and now we have opened ourselves up for the Parasite, but Ursus has been siding pretty well. So I think we might see Cosmic, we might see Offerings. We are going to go ahead and Cosmic from Atomic Duelist, trying to hit the scramble, probably. Oh, good call, we're going to book a Moon, so you can't Parasite me. Good call with the Cosmic for a scramble, though. That's super nice. Normal Summon Breaker. Oh, just like we saw with the other game, and we're going to book a Moon that. Just like we saw with the other game, we saw immediate back row hate, magic removal. It was Night Beam last time, and then we see a Breaker just for hitting 2. Pass and turn, leaving Ursus with 1 back row and a set. No opening hanger. There's a Wide Dragon Head, and yep, the X-Head Cannon. Back up. Oh, it looks like we're going to try and get XY here. And not Union combination. So battle damage can happen here, although it's a set monster. We have a... There goes the Breaker. I almost forgot that was Breaker. Like I just saw the Book of Moon. Oh, another Breaker. All right. It's consistent. Moving the counter here. Pop-up was just set, and we are going to chain scramble because might as well use it. And it was perfect because we had 2 monsters in the banish. So we have X-Head and Y Dragon. X-Head Cannon and Y Dragon Head, all the heads, cannons back out. Ah, we do have the Parasite. Now, is Ursus's last back row card Cosmic? It is. He was, so lucky that he didn't get hit. And a Blind Allure Darkness on Atomic Duelist to try and save his life. Do we have something? We did draw Sphere Karibo, so we got 1 card in hand now. But look at Ursus's field. It's amazing how that just, like, Atomic Duelist just ran out of resources, had the 1 opportunity for Parasite, and he had an answer for it. Ursus had an answer for everything. Good thing Cosmic didn't get hit. In fact, I think, did he set 2 magic? No, Cosmic was the only option effectively against Parasite, and it just happened to be the one that wasn't hit. And we just have a Breaker and a card in hand from Atomic Duelist. No skill used yet. We can't use the shuffle for the skill. Oh, last card was a Parasite. And yeah. Atomic Duelist has nothing there. We couldn't even get the shuffle because Parasite was in the banish. So Ursus and XYZ Unions took it over Dark Moth, a really competitive Dark Moth. Very well played, especially game 2, trying to get the Parasites to the grave to get Moths out. You got to change gears there when you realize that all your Moths are in your hand. It's like, how do I... Number 1 priority, how do I get this out? And they made it work. Congratulations to Ursus, though. You're going to move on to the finals. Let's go ahead and see if we can't catch the end of Ron Wiz and Link. Atomic Duelist, stick around. You're playing bronze match. All right, looks like we're Gucci. Let's go back to the between round screen. And Link beat Ron Wiz. Interesting. All right. Link, you're going to be in the thumbnail for the finals. Finally. Oh no, you were in the you were in the finals for the first one. I'm assuming was it 2-0? It doesn't matter, but Link taking over Ron Wiz. Ron Wiz, stick around. You got the bronze match coming, and Atomic Duelist. You guys got a bronze match to play. 2-1 Ursus. All right, Link versus Ursus for the finals. All right, Link. Link versus Ursus finals. Ron Wiz versus Atomic Duelist, third place. $58 pot. So third place is 15% of that, which is probably something like $7 or $8. So you get your entry back and then some.